Good morning, everybody. Brian Neubert here from GoldandBlack.com. Out and about today. Stuffed full of East End grilled pastrami and ready to roll here. I owe you a video. Today's GoldandBlack.com Purdue Basketball Daily. Well, on its way to becoming your GoldandBlack.com Purdue Basketball bi-monthly. Getting a lot of funny looks from passersby here in downtown Lafayette as I sit here in my car talking into my laptop. I am used to it by now. So tomorrow being Saturday, is Purdue's Fan Day scrimmage in Mackey Arena. If you're not aware, um, oftentimes this conflicts with a football game. I've watched many a Purdue football game now on the video board while trying to cover a basketball scrimmage. That requires supreme talent. But this year it falls on football's bye week, so it's just basketball going on tomorrow in the the Purdue sports universe. So I figured I would use today's video to just talk about a couple of things to kind of look for in those scrimmages if you're going, or if you're just looking forward to whatever people like me say and write about it afterwards. So the first thing I would be interested in seeing tomorrow, Saturday, is, I think that Purdue is really going to give this Trey Kaufman-Renn and Zach-Edey playing together thing a puncher's chance. I think, Trey Kaufman-Renn is in line to probably want to be one of Purdue's starters. He's had a great offseason by every account, and I think he's put himself in a good position in that regard. But just because a guy is starting next to Zach-Edey doesn't necessarily mean Purdue's going to play 25 minutes a game that way. So we're going to kind of see. I'm sure Purdue's going to pair them up at the start of preseason practice. Painter said that they're really only practice that way about a third of the time. So it might be something they really want to make work, but that doesn't mean it's going to be like their base lineup or something that they play the majority of the minutes in. Now, Trey Kaufman-Renn and Zach-Edey didn't get a hell of a lot of time this summer playing together, practicing together, because of Zach-Edey's many entanglements with Team Canada. Obviously, that's an experience that makes him better, but he did not go on the Europe trip with Purdue. He did not participate in all of the pre-Europe practices. He was there quite a bit. He has been back for preseason practice, obviously, so they've had a chance to actually function together on the practice floor. Don't know how much they've done in like a freewheeling competitive environment like these scrimmages will be. Purdue did have its first scrimmage last weekend. I don't know how that went in terms of Edey and Kaufman-Renn playing together. So this will be my first observations of this thing, whether it's going to work or not. So that's the first thing. Beyond that, you just want to kind of see scrimmages are, only meaningful to a point. You got a split squad here. You're not playing all the same guys together. It's kind of all over the place, but, you just want to keep seeing Camden Heide, Miles Colvin, guys like that continue to fit in, continue to learn, continue to look like they belong, continue to make shots. That is I've said many times in the last couple months, the single biggest key to Purdue's season this year is their ability to make open threes, and I think those wings are the biggest part of that. I know people want to see Fletcher Loyer shoot X number of percent higher, and I think he will. But I think it's the guys that you need to deter defenses from helping off of. Those wings, Lance Jones when he's out there playing with Braden Smith, or whether he's not playing with Braden Smith, whoever it might be, whoever a defense might be compelled to help off, those are the guys who need to make their open shots. Enough of them at least to, make defenses think twice about what they're doing with Zach-Edey. That's Ethan Morton, that's Camden Heide, that's Miles Colvin, that's Brian Waddell, that's Lance Jones, those guys. Now, making shots in October and making shots in February or March, two very different things. So if Purdue shoots 100% from three-point range tomorrow in the scrimmage, put no stock in it. If Purdue shoots 0% in the scrimmage tomorrow, put no stock in it. But I think it is important to see those guys I just mentioned continue to look like they're ready to really help Purdue this season. This is a very established Purdue team this year, but there is some inexperience and some potentially impactful roles in terms of that three position and whatnot. So Camden Heide, Miles Colvin, Brian Waddell, those guys are under the microscope here. And, tomorrow the spotlight becomes, or the microscope becomes a spotlight. Want to see what Purdue and Matt Painter and PJ Thompson, who's essentially running Purdue's offense now, as we reported months ago. I want to see what they do with Ross-Ade. He's going to get his post touches. It would be the definition of insanity for Purdue to take the single most influential and dominant low post force and decide they're going to make him into Kevin Garnett or Kevin Durant or some other random Kevin. But I do think they're going to use him a little bit more away from the basket, handoff stuff, ball screen stuff, run some offense through him and not simply to him. So I think you're going to see him, play a little bit of a different role for the offense this year. And I guess tomorrow is a good opportunity to see exactly what that's going to look like. Now, again, he's playing against his teammates. He's going to be guarded by, either Caleb First or Will Berg at some point. I don't think this is necessarily a reflection of what he's going to see if Purdue sees Kansas and Honolulu, things like that. So these things are meaningful only to a point. But you know what they do? They make for content hounds like me who just need something to talk about every day and need something to do on a Saturday afternoon. So we are going to cover this like a game. We're going to have a ton of stuff. We're going to have video, interviews, analysis, stories, whatever it might be. Probably real-time updates. So be sure to stay tuned to GoldandBlack.com all day tomorrow while you're watching college football, those teams that are playing tomorrow. And we will keep you up to date on everything that happens in Mackey Arena. Once again, GoldandBlack.com. You can sign up for $1 for your first month. And again, if you're such a diehard or degenerate that you've spent the last 8 minutes watching me looking up my nose while I talk about Purdue basketball from my car in downtown Lafayette, if you're that level of degenerate, chances are you're going to be very interested in our product. So by all means, go to GoldandBlack.com, check us out, sign up, stay with us for the remainder of your life, and we will very much appreciate it. So thanks a lot, everybody.